Hello everyone, welcome to episode 5 of my Kerbal Space Program Career Mode series. In this episode, we're going to orbit the sun. We're sending a satellite. I'm actually doing it for a mission. As you can see, I'm selecting that now. We're actually going to start this off a little bit differently than normal. Upcoming, once I select this mission, I've given you a montage of a whole bunch of launches that failed quite miserably. These are previous build ideas I had for the satellite that didn't work out, and eventually I did a full redesign. But I figured I'd let you guys see some of these failed launches, plenty of explosions, green barbecue, whatever you want to call it. Things went south quickly, as you can see in this first one. Please leave a like, subscribe so you can get notifications, and turn on notifications so you can know when my episode 6 and future episodes come out. And if you haven't seen previous episodes, go back and watch those. Probably a good idea to do it before you watch this one. But if you want to go back afterwards, I suppose you can. I make them somewhat self-contained. But yeah, his launch 2 didn't go very well either. Kind of lost control of it. And then things are a little laggy. My computer did not like things during this launch, and it once again doesn't go quite as planned here shortly. It's going great, however, little did I realize at the time I was needing a satellite and lost control of it. Or actually, I think I could be wrong, but at that point, I think I realized that I didn't have enough fuel and Delta V, which, yeah, look, you guys, I stuck in a little bit of building for you guys. Hope you don't mind. As you can see, it's a pretty big rocket that I had to get to the solar orbit. And the reason it's such a big satellite is the mission required 4,000 units of liquid fuel as part of the satellite. I don't know for sure myself at the time of making this if that was including like the rocket to get there, or if once it reached stable solar orbit I needed that 4,000 liquid fuel. So I planned for the worst and just designed it with 4,000 liquid fuel to be left over when I got to orbit. Alright, now we're actually building my final design, or at least the basis of my final design. I added a little bit here and there just to make sure it'll work out some kinks as I launch it and it fails. You may have noticed I put a whole bunch of monopropellant on it and RCS thrusters. I'd hate to run out of fuel. And this is a pretty different design from before. I'm going with a center stack with 4 outer stacks, all fuel to start, and then just making sure I have lots of Delta V, and yeah, it's a tall boy. And you may have noticed I was building outside of the VAB, which in stock Kerbal would not be allowed. However, I do have a hangar extending mod installed because I build tall rockets, and as a noob, I don't really know how to build small rockets. So I just play with that mod and the Kerbal engineer mod. But that's it. No extra powerful engines or anything beyond stock, for now at least. But, oh, and yeah, that launch did not go quite as planned. So, I'm working out a few kinks here with things not attaching properly, as I'm noticing. So, yeah, a couple extra explosions for you. Yeah, there we go. Things held together, and it's going well, except for some key, keen-eyed folks here may have noticed what. I don't know what happened there, but it didn't work apparently. I think I realized I didn't have no Delta V or something. Oh no, the bottom stage didn't have struts, so it started being flimsy. I don't know. Things are going great, and didn't blow anything up there, so we're still doing good. Getting a little wobbly, but RCS is taking care of that for me. And everything's going great, but for real this time, some of you keen-eyed people may have noticed what I forgot. I have a, oh no, I do have an actual pilot, apparently. I thought I put a probe core on here. Oops. Silly me. I haven't unlocked that yet, that's right. Sorry, I have recorded way ahead here. Um, this is, the recording here is actually a couple weeks ago from when I'm actually, before I did the editing and voiceover for it. I just got all excited enjoying Kerbal, and then realized, and then edited ahead. But yeah, I did forget some solar panels and an antenna here, so that would have made it hard to collect science from this mission. And I believe an antenna was actually required for the mission also. So it was a good thing I found it. Adding some batteries now. And yeah, I know I have way too many solar panels, but this is, I believe, the first time I used them. So I had no clue how good they really were. So I just added a whole bunch. Figured it'd be better to add extra than not enough. Alright, spoiler, this is actually the first successful launch, and the only successful launch. Um, Giving it to you in real time. It'll be a little slow, but we got through the other footage pretty quick, and so I figured I'd show you guys the full launch in real time, and then we'll speed things up on getting to the solar orbit, and then collecting a whole bunch of science at the end. So yeah, this is a pretty tall rocket, with, what was it, 12 solid rocket boosters, I think? Correct me. Now I can't count or read, so I'm probably wrong. But those they're all Clydesdales, because that's all I ever use. The biggest is the best. And we're just going to carefully separate those, because if I'm not careful, it will actually crash into those mammoth engines, and that would be bad. Yep, just giving a little bit of a boost to slowly move away from them. Yeah, I know I'm losing a lot of speed here, but I don't really care. Not yet, at least. And we're clear, so full power ahead. You can see this outer engines are actually trying to overheat the center engine, which was a little bit of a design flaw on my end. However, it doesn't actually explode, it just keeps getting close. And we're trying to start our gravity turn here, but as you can see, it gets a little wobbly. Thankfully, RCS is helping correct for that. But we're just slowly getting up here. Apoapsis is coming up to, I'm going to get around a little over 100, it looks like. Yep, taking it way up there. No, I'm not trying to be efficient here. I've built this with enough delta V that I don't need to be. But there's a good apoapsis. And now we're just going to make the maneuver node to get us into Kerbal orbit. Not worried about keeping it too circular, because next maneuver node will be pulling me out of Kerbal orbit and into solar orbit. So it's not going to hurt anything to go a little above and beyond now. You may be noticing this thing's not particularly maneuverable. Luckily, that does change a fair bit after I decouple the first stage, which I'm going to have to in the middle of this burn. And it's a little wobbly still, which it's not ideal, but it's could be worse. Luckily, I'm flying this manually, and there goes that center engine, I believe. And a whole bunch of explosions there, but all is good. It was just the other stuff. And yeah, as you can see, it's a lot more stable now. And we've got pretty decent delta thrust weight ratio on all of my stages. I like keeping that a little high. And hey, there we go. We've hit Kerbal orbit. Just finishing my maneuver node. Got apoapsis to like 570 and periapsis to 140-ish. And now I'm just checking things out, and it looks like we are going for the ejection burn. No maneuver node, I'm just winging it, because why not? Got it set to pro grade because my pilot leveled up, very conveniently. And there we go, we are on an escape trajectory from Kerbal, which will put us into a solar orbit, which we are now in. And now I actually want to bring this in. I don't want to be out here by Kerbal. I want to bring it in a little closer to the sun for this. Not something I needed to do, but I wanted to do that. And actually, I didn't have quite as much delta V as I hoped I would for this. But I brought it in enough that I was happy. And look, we upgraded a pilot again. I didn't bring any of the normal crew for this. It was all new astronauts that I've never used before, flown before. That's simply because I have no intentions of ever docking to it again, simply because I didn't put a docking port on it and not very good at that. So I used what I considered expendable crew that will just be stuck on the ship forever. So I'm actually, because of how much delta V I have and how slow it's at changing my orbit, I'm going to try and bring it in to right just shy of Kerbal orbit. That's also because I want to make sure at no point it'll collide with Kerbal or give me an Kerbal encounter. So we're bring it in and doing a quick save just in case something goes wrong, because things usually go wrong. It's when I'm flying. And we're just getting aligned for that retrograde burn to bring that apoapsis down. And we're just going to burn off the rest of this fuel now. So, just a long burn. I had about 1000 delta V for it. And I think originally I was going to plan to just stop it here. However, I do eventually try and bring it in closer to the sun. But right now we're going to open up all my solar panels and start collecting some science. And the ending for this video is a little different from my usual. It's just a time lapse of collecting. I have the research lab on there, so it's just a time lapse of me time warping and transmitting data from it. So this is pretty much going to be the wrap of for the video. But please keep watching if you want to see what research I got from all the science and whatnot. Please like, subscribe, and enjoy the music and this time lapse.